Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. Vision with action can together change the world. Hello, everyone. I am Chandan Palwar, a student from IIM Shillong. Welcomes you all to another series of podcast powered by Grow Junction. Okay, so I'm excited to welcome our today's speaker, Mr. Yashovardhan Sinha. He's currently serving as a program manager at Amazon and graduated his MBA from IIM Lucknow in the year of 2018. So, hi, sir, how are you?
I'm doing good, Chandan. Thank you for organizing this, and I really appreciate your efforts. Uh, I'm doing absolutely fine. I hope you're doing good as well.
Yes, I'm also doing absolutely fine. I'm under God's grace. Even we all are under God's grace
Absolutely.
in these trying times, I believe.
I think we need God's blessing at this point in time because of COVID. I hope everyone at your home is also healthy and safe.
Yeah. So definitely. All right. So I would like to say to the audience who are watching this video currently. So this podcast session will be based on the operations domain. So as a guest speaker is also from operations background. So we'll gonna know about more about operations domain and also his journey throughout till from IIM Lucknow, how he got into IIM Lucknow and how he got into program manager at Amazon. So, sir, we would like to know more about you. Can you please tell your detailed explanation? We would be lucky to know about.
Absolutely, Chandan. Thank you so much. My name is Yashovardhan Sinha, and I have more than 10 years of experience in managing operations of startups and scale-ups, predominantly for companies in service industries. I have worked with companies like Oyo, that's one of the bigger startups in India. I've also worked with a fintech startup based out of Gurgaon. Uh, I'm currently working for Amazon as program manager. I'm a part of their competition monitoring team. I look after a team of almost 55 people. Uh, it is Amazon is a new experience for me because my past experience has been working for smaller companies and early stage startups. In regards to my academics, I graduated from Delhi University way back in 2009 in economics honors. I pursued my management from IIM Lucknow, graduated in 2018. And yeah, till now, 10 years, 11 years, it has been really exhilarating and exciting. It has been like a roller coaster for me and enjoying the ups and downs. That's about me, Chandan.
It was really encouraging to know this much about you, like having a 10 years of more than 10 plus years of experience into various industries, not only fintech, you are into hospitality industry, the hospitality king that is Oyo with us. So it could be a next unicorn to be unicorn. And moreover, the thing is, I heard about that you are into program manager as a into Amazon as a competition analysis. So what do you mean by that?
So basically, in Amazon, what happens is there is a competition monitoring team. What they do is when the pricing is being decided, they monitor the competitors. So there are these big competitors that we may have in India, which is competing with Amazon. We may have in Europe or the US. So we have the list of those competitors, and we monitor the performance, the pricing, how much rebate are they giving. So we monitor those aspects and we decide the price. So the first stage of pricing comes where there is a mapping team, which maps the competitors' prices manually, and post that it goes downstream, and there is an algorithm that is being run, and the prices are being determined. So I look after the mapping operations. That's the starting stage of monitoring a competitor.
All right. So it is so detailed process. I believe that's the reason why this big corporation houses sustains to be the bigger ones. I believe. All right. So analyzing your competition is utmost important in this competitive world. So
Absolutely.
So we just need to keep a competitive edge over others throughout. All right. So like knowing about you that you are having a 10 plus years of experience and also were into IIM Lucknow. So you're also having IIM batch along with you. So definitely you are one of an visionary man. So we would like to know about your goals and visions in life.
Sure, I will. I'll start about the vision first. I'll talk about it first because I think vision is the destination that I visualize and want to achieve. So I'll talk about that first. while I've been in operations and I've worked for multiple companies in different domain, in operations domain and rather in different industries, my bigger picture is something different. What I want to do is start an NGO for animals. It may sound something really off to what I've done, but
Not to me, not to me.
well, that's my vision in life. I want to start an NGO for animals. Actually, what motivates me towards my vision is that the condition of animals in our country is not that good, right? We don't even know if there is a law for animals. Most of us don't even know that. Even I was not aware of before reading about animals, about the laws, right? So if I tell you, it is an offense to inflict any cruelty on animals in India, right? And that is a law. So apart from that, I'm also a pet parent. I have a pet. She has been with me for the last 4.5 years. So I know that animals are peaceful company.
Right.
So that's about my vision. Regarding my goals, I think my goals, I would say, are attached to my long-term vision, which is to start an NGO for animals.
Okay.
Obviously, there are short-term goals also for immediate gratification and results. I do that, like 6 months goals, yearly goals. But the long-term goal is attached to what my vision is.
Okay. Wow. I just need to tell what I perceived while you were speaking. So you are a corporate leader with a golden heart. Like thinking about an NGO is altogether. I think 30 to 40% of the professionals have that plan that they need to start an NGO, or they don't plan actually, or they don't execute them, but they have a common vision with that they need to work for the society betterment. But more to that society, you are trying to work for animals, welfare. So this is one again thing that is not so common in people.
Yeah, and I think, Chandan, it is also the need of the hour, I believe. I think if you look at the developed nations, there are different laws for animals. People respect also, obviously, like, we humans get more respect, definitely, but there is some respect for animals also. And I think that is lacking in our country. So that is what my eventual vision is. Let's see, where do I get to? And how soon can I get to that? That's the question.
All right, got it. So it is so encouraging to know that much about you, so your plans. So like as you have mentioned that this was your particular vision, so this is your currently vision, and also that so we just need to know about how are you planning to execute them. So what exactly you are doing in your present that will lead you to a success in your visions and goals in your life?
Okay, so I'll keep that answer a bit generic, while there are few specific things that I'm doing to achieve my vision. Like I usually I know many people who are running NGOs on in this field in animal welfare. So I have a good connect there, and I sometimes go out, especially maybe once a month or twice a month, to do some welfare activities. So I'm trying to do some groundwork there. But in general, how do I achieve my goals and my vision? There is one concept that I follow, and I've started following it lately. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं बहुत शुरू से follow करता था, but lately I've started following it, which is the concept of working backwards, right? And it has helped me a lot in achieving my goals. What it means is to start with the final solution and work back one step at a time to get to the beginning. So you can also put it this way: you decide the goal first, and then you decide what path will you take to achieve that goal. So whenever I decide my goals, I try to take up a target and then work towards achieving that target. So I know where do I need to reach. I've been applying this concept in both professional and personal life, and honestly, it is helping me a lot in achieving my goals. So other than that, I think it is important to write down the goals, break it down. Something like a goal ladder we should have, plan activities around achieving those goals, implement those actions that you plan, obviously track the progress of the goals. How are you faring in the goals that you have decided? It should be on a regular basis, and obviously make necessary iterations along the way. So जरूरी ये है ये समझना कि आप so for me this is like मैं पहले goal decide कर लूंगा and then I'll work backwards to achieve it, right? Rather than just deciding now कि मुझे ये करना और यहाँ पहुँचना है. So I have that target in mind, that goal in mind, that vision in mind, and I'll work towards that.
Okay.
And obviously I'll set the timelines. अगर professional है तो काफी सारी चीजें और आती हैं, but personal है तो मुझे क्या set करना है. So a lot of things comes into play. But yeah, the concept of working backwards has helped me, I think, and this is helping me in Amazon also, because this concept is actually of Amazon. Okay. Working backwards is one of the leadership principle Amazon follows. So yeah.
So this is altogether a new learning for me, and I'm sure that this could be a learning for most of us who are watching this video. So like this backward, like working backward is again a new concept that I never had, listened to it or hear it from anyone else. So it is you who made me learn about this concept. So I'll definitely try to implement in my career and also in my personal life, working backward.
Sure.
Right, so I need to thank you for that. No problem. Okay, so I just asked this particular question from you, just to take this on the table, that most of us do have visions and goals in life, but we do not know how exactly to implement them or how exactly to reach on to them. So I just needed to ask you. So I'm sure that this could gonna be benefited to most of the people. Like working backward is not just a solution or not an analytical, framework that you provided us, but definitely a direction. Yeah. So as I just started, I started a phrase in the earlier of this particular meeting, that vision without action is merely a dream. So definitely vision and action can all together make a change in this world, I'm sure. Okay, so while talking to you, you are definitely an interesting man, and I would like to know about a little bit about your childhood. So if you could turn back the time and talk to your 18 years old self, so what would you tell him to do, or what would you tell?
That is a tough question, Chandan. It requires me to actually think, because I think I could have probably done a lot if I try to tell it to my 18-year-old self. But if you ask me, then I think 18-year-old, right? So I would have passed out school.
Most probably you entered college. Yeah,
entered college. I think maybe I would have probably planned my finances better.
Okay.
All things said and done, having a proper financial goal in mind is important. Don't just be a spendthrift. So I think that comes to my mind. There can be बहुत सारी चीजें हो सकती हैं जो मैं ठीक करना चाहूँगा, but one thing is financial planning.
Okay.
And obviously I've learned it over time that it is very important to save as well as to spend. Yes. And spend wisely. It should not be a spendthrift. So I think if I talk to my 18-year-old self, but that financial planning will be one thing that I would probably plan better.
Okay, so an operational professional is deciding to tell his own 18 years old self to focus on financial prospect about him, right? So you just need to you are answering us in such a way that you need to be more descriptive while you have your future expenditures, your savings, your investments.
Yeah, it's like whatever you plan, there has to be certain things that should be hard coded, right? That finance is something that it has to be stable, right? You have to ensure that you plan properly, right? Education is something which is important, so it has to be planned properly. While there are so many things which are distraction in this world, honestly बहुत सारे distractive चीजें भी होती हैं, but कुछ ऐसी चीजें हैं जो plan करके properly हमेशा रखना चाहिए. That's what I think. So I would probably talk about that if I turn myself 18, and I'll think that way.
You have correctly framed that thing. I'm sure about it.
Thank you.
All right. So let's talk about your work. So you are currently as a program manager at Amazon. So what exactly are your roles and responsibilities in this particular domain? And also one another question that is lined up, Like I have also interviewed most of the like program managers are currently serving at Amazon. So but the domain is different, so you are
Mm.
working under sorry, operations. And
Mm.
few professionals from like being a program manager at Amazon or other organizations are also currently serving as another domain for another domain such as
Mm.
consulting and
Mm.
etc. So can you just tell us what exactly is it is all about?
Yeah, so if you ask me specifically to what I do in my role,
Yeah.
then it involves people management.
Okay.
It involves formulating strategies to achieve the business goals, the KPIs that we get on an annual or semi-annual basis.
Okay.
It requires me to drive projects for the business betterment.
Okay.
There can be many things, many projects. I wouldn't go to the details of the projects because it will, in the interest of time. But yeah,
Okay.
define, ideate, and execute projects.
Okay.
Uh, Look at the processes that we have in my span, in my organization, and see if it requires any correction.
Okay.
Make it more lean, make it more efficient. Uh, then obviously hiring, training, and coaching is another responsibility that I have.
Okay.
And obviously day-to-day operations, day-to-day work that we have, looking at the data, analyzing the data, formulating strategies to ensure if there is a gap to goal, then
Right.
what is the bridge that we bring in.
Okay.
uh, Involves a lot of people management, talking to the team, motivating them, ensuring that they are up to the mark, especially at this time when it is COVID. A lot of people are not keeping well, they are ill, so keeping the motivation high. So summarizing what I said, it will be people management, formulating long-term strategies, setting up lean processes, analyzing data, hiring, training, and coaching, uh, business KPIs management, and obviously day-to-day operations.
All right, got it. So, like all these works, all these roles and responsibilities under same designation, under same
Yeah.
as a program manager. I think this is a lot of stuff that a professional needs to work on throughout his whole day. No.
Especially, I think in today's time here, if you are working for any company that you're working for, there are multiple people expect you to manage multiple things, not
Okay.
just one thing that you have to look at.
All
There can
right.
be multiple things that they can ask you to manage. Yeah.
Okay, so I was just wondering that you just mentioned that you work in people management also.
Hmm.
So you being a operational professional, so what exactly people management means? Because what, in my understanding, it is more into human resources. So what exactly is people management in your
Okay,
domain?
so people management in my role is specifically hiring people, rather taking interviews. So obviously there is an HR department which source the candidates. They
Right,
take their own rounds, but obviously hiring is one of the responsibility here.
right.
Then coaching them, training them.
Okay,
That's a part of people management.
okay,
As I said earlier, motivating them to ensure that they achieve the targets, keep them happy, and drive them in such a way that both the business goals are met, and at the same time they are motivated enough and they feel empowered to do better and work towards their betterment also.
okay.
So a lot of factors here: hiring, coaching,
Got it.
motivating them, yeah, training them,
Okay.
keeping them up to the mark.
It is a kind of lot of work that you do, that being a program manager at Amazon is responsible to do and also accountable for his or her work. Okay, so coming forward with that you are serving as a program manager under consulting. So we would like to know about what made you join this particular domain. So why operations? And also more over like in your graduation time while you were in IIM Lucknow. So did you like the subjects of operations, or what it is all about?
Okay, so I will start from the beginning. And honestly, ऐसा कुछ planned नहीं था. It was not planned that I will be a part of the operations department wherever I work.
Okay.
So honestly, it was not planned. After my graduation from economics honors, when I was in Delhi University, I started working for Barclays. So I
Okay.
was a part of the customer service team there. From there, the opportunities that I grabbed were in customer operations mostly. So the second company that I started working for was based out of the UK, and I was handling a team of agents there. So again, customer operations. After that, I joined a startup. Uh, I think that was the tipping point and the most amazing journey that I had. I was asked to manage the customer operations end to end. There were many challenges, obviously, but yeah, that was an opportunity that I really liked. So throughout my career, I have somehow landed into mostly customer operations or being a part of day-to-day operations management department, right? So I liked the subject when I was studying it, and because I had that prior experience with previous companies of how to manage customer operations specifically and in service industry. I wanted to stick to that and make it as one of my domains, and maybe continue in that. As and yeah, so as much as possible, I would like to stick to this domain.
All right, got it. So as you have mentioned that you are having like lots of roles and responsibilities as a domain holder. So what could be the possible challenges that you might face while serving with Amazon?
So I won't specifically talk about the current role. I would give this answer in general.
Yeah, sure.
The challenges obviously will differ if you change your role or if you change your domain or change your company. The challenges when I was working with a startup was different to what the challenges in Amazon are. But yeah, coming to the question, there are multiple challenges. See, since operations management involves day-to-day management of work, right? There is always some problem to solve or some challenge that comes your way. Sometimes it is people related, it can be project related, maybe KPI related, cost related for that matter, lack of planning, too much waste due to maybe cumbersome process that we have in the system. So challenges are faced on a day-to-day basis, and some point I think it becomes, and this is what I've realized, it becomes really imperative to forecast the problems and try to fix it beforehand, because you will have those problems every day. Since as I said, it is a day-to-day management of work, so there will be some problem or the other that will come your way. So planning it beforehand and planning a solution as well to that problem, fixing it beforehand is very important.
Correctly framed, definitely. So as you belongs to as one, people management is one of the aspect that you work in program manager serving to Amazon. So we would like to know like what exactly you look like, the skills you particularly look in the students or the candidates while you are hiring them.
Okay, so I usually go with the skills, not by educational background, because I think educational background is important, but I think if a person has the right intent and is trying to get me some solutions on that call, on that interview call with some mechanisms, that is important. So I usually go with the intent and the skills. So I obviously I look at try to gauge if the candidate is confident, is the candidate able to give me answers backed by data. So how is the data analysis skills, how is the problem solving skills, like can that person think out of the box? If I give that person a situation, will he or she be able to think something really different which probably I couldn't think of, or something even it might sound weird but it can give us results.
True.
Is the candidate committed to what he or she has done in the past? Do they have the courage to disagree on something? That's also very important. It should not be like कि मैं बोल रहा और वो हाँ हाँ बोल रहा है कि हाँ सब सही है. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए just to get a job. ऐसा भी होता है situation कि यार नहीं, मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है ये, या मुझे नहीं लगता ये ठीक है. So does that person have that backbone to disagree and commit? Again, then maybe long term thinking वो है कि नहीं, but short term ही नहीं सोच रहे कि नहीं कल क्या करना है मुझे. Obviously that is also important, because when a person is being hired for a startup, वहाँ पे immediate solutions बहुत जरूरी होता है, but at the same time long term solutions are also important. And they are more important rather, but True. Immediate solutions are also required. So does that candidate have that long term thinking? And So yeah, that's these are the skills that I usually look for
All
when I interview someone.
So you must be having a proper checklist on how to
Yeah, yeah,
evaluate a particular candidate onto that.
absolutely, absolutely.
Got it. Got it. All right. So I would like to suggest the viewers of this particular video to write down all the points, go back to the video, go back till when Mr. Yashovardhan started his explanation on how the hiring procedure just begins. So definitely it's gonna be helpful to most of the students in getting themselves placed in particular operations, be it operations or be it any domain. I'm sure about it. Okay, so like we discussed about what exactly skills do a hirer looks
Hmm.
into a particular candidate. So what exactly like differentiates a particular person with another person? Like what exactly do you suggest a particular candidate to work on? Like I would like to know about how can a particular person improve his or her particular the roles and the basically the skills.
Hmm. So it depends on the candidate you are interviewing, Chandan.
Okay.
मतलब हर कैंडिडेट का अलग एक टेक्सचर होगा, the way they speak, the way they sound. So the feedback also depends on how the interview has gone, right? uh, if you ask me, I I don't usually give the feedback at the end of the call because that's not required. I have to give the feedback to the hiring manager, and basis that we decide. But uh, I usually don't give any feedback, but I know it. It's like you get to know when you interview a candidate what that person lacks.
Lax.
और ये मेरे लिए भी ट्रू हो सकता है. If I am giving an interview, the person who is judging me, वो भी बोल सकता है कि हाँ यश में there are certain things that he lacks.
True.
So it is the same way.
True.
But yeah, as I said, the candidate should be confident, should not beat around the bush. मतलब कुछ भी नहीं बोल रहा हो कि मतलब बोलने के लिए कुछ भी बोल दिया, वो नहीं होता, because वो पता चल जाता है कि यार ये this is being cooked up on the call. He or she has not done that, वो ऐसे ही बस बोल रहा है. So that should not be the way. And confidence होना चाहिए, long term thinking, customer obsession होना चाहिए, because that is very important. Yeah, so I think these are the skills that one should work on before interviewing for any company.
All right.
And I would recommend the viewers to work on these.
Okay, all right. So in order to improve all these skills, I am sure that definitely a candidate needs to learn about more and more things. And also reading is one of the kindest thing that he or she should implement in his or her particular life. So what about what do you suggest exactly on reading part? Like, can you name some books, or can you tell us what kind of books do you read in your particular past that made you feel that you have acquired this particular personality, this empathetic personality? And also moreover the frame that you mentioned was customer obsession. So what exactly or what kind of books that a particular person should read in order to attain all of these qualities?
Okay, there can be many books. It depends on the candidate, what that person wants to read, what are his or her likings. But I'm currently reading a book called as Deep Work. It's by Carl Newport. It's about how to remain focused in a distracted world. Now it's very simple. You have Facebook, you have Twitter, you have Instagram, right? You get distracted because of those things, and maybe you're not able to achieve your vision or goal. And you could invest that time which you're investing in social media. I'm not saying social media is bad, it is good.
Yeah.
But investing that time to something which is more important. So essentially it is about how to remain focused in this very distracted world. So I would recommend that book to the viewers.
Okay.
Few books that comes to my mind. I think one book obviously is on Amazon itself, Working Backwards. That's the name of the book.
All
That's
right.
a very good book. Then maybe Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. That's another good book. Then there's a book I remember, I read it long back. I think it is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I think it is by Stephen R. Covey. Yeah,
Even I have read that.
Yeah. So these are the books. But yeah, obviously मतलब depend करता है person to person क्या read करना चाहते हैं वो. It can be sci-fi. But yeah, obviously, if you want to develop some skills, particularly, then yes, you have to pick up those books and read to see what the person who has actually done it and written it, has to say.
All right. So I think this must be very much beneficial for the students or for the viewers who are watching this video currently. And moving forward with, like as you have mentioned earlier, that you are accountable and responsible for many roles in Amazon as a program manager. So we would like to know, like, what exactly, how much time do you try to get in order to your personal things, personal priorities? So what exactly do we
Work-life balance.
yeah. So what exactly the work-life balance is in particular operations domain under being as a program manager at any company, not Amazon?
I think, see, work-life balance is a pertinent question, and I think after COVID, it has become even more. It has become a topic that people talk about.
Okay.
Personally, I think it is very important to have a balance because see, you can't even say no to your work. You have to do it if it requires you to be there and be available and get it done. But at the same time, it should not be cost. It should not be at the cost of hampering your personal life.
Okay.
Right. So as I said earlier, I think before we started recording this video, that it is important to find time to spend with your family, especially on the weekends.
Okay.
My wife also works, so both of us are on calls from morning till the evening. We usually go out in the evening for a walk together. Try to spend.
Nice.
That is also a habit that we have, that we should not miss it.
That is essential.
Yeah. So it is I think imperative, and it also is important because at some point in time anyone can burn out. For
Okay.
how long will you be able to have work for like 11-12 hours? You can do it for 6 months, 8 months, 1 year. What after that?
True.
Right. So not to burn yourself out, it is important to spend time in spend time on what you love to do, whether it is spending time with your family, playing with your pet, reading book, playing some games. It is important for everyone to have that balance maintained, and that helps. It has helped me also.
That is not just like significant for the employees only, but also the employers part also. Like I'm sure about that organizations do feel more productivity from employees while giving them a proper work life balance, not exactly work, but also the personal life needs to be given importance in that domain. All right.
Also, yeah, but Chandan, the people that I work with, not only my current company, but the previous companies also, my managers, my peer group, or the seniors that I've worked with, they have been really supportive because everybody knows that it is very important. So it is not like that if I say that I wouldn't be able to work today because I've got some personal commitment, they will push me to work. They haven't done that ever. So I've been lucky also to have learned from my previous leaders on how to maintain work-life balance, and also I do that with my team also.
Okay.
So that they don't get burnt out.
Okay. Like, so now discussing about work-life balance, I'm sure you must be hitting me badly later on this meeting that why Chandan, why you just you just put up lots of roles and responsibilities for you to conduct this particular podcast. I'm really sorry for that.
No problem,
But I would be really thankful to you that you are here taking out time from your busy schedule and also your personal commitments on this particular podcast.
I think Chandan, I should also be thankful to you because I'm sure you also have some personal commitments and studies as well, because you're pursuing
Yes.
you're in your postgrad. But I should thank you also. It should not just me receiving the thanks; it should also be you.
I'm obliged. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chandan.
Okay, so just last one thing, like last moment thing. What advice would you want to give to someone who is pursuing a career path similar to your own path?
See, Chandan, it is important to learn the skills, whatever you plan to pursue in whichever domain you want to be in, whether it is finance, marketing, operations, human resource. There are certain skills that one should have, right? And you learn that in your graduation, post-graduation, when you start working with experience, with real-time examples. But I'll keep this short. I just want viewers to enjoy whatever they do, whatever work they are doing, whether it is in operations or any other field. Enjoying what you do is important. If you're loving it, enjoying every moment of it, I'm sure success will be there. मतलब ये थोड़ा सा वैसा है, इट इज इजियर सेड देन डन. बोलना आसान है, करना आसान नहीं है. मैं जैसे मैं बोल रहा हूँ तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा होगा, बट एंजॉय करना चीजों को इम्पोर्टेंट है. But yeah, particularly there are certain skills that needs to be learned in operations. If you ask me, have data analysis skills, people management skills, being on toes with your deliverables, how a stakeholder management, stakeholder communication. So these are certain things that needs to be learned, and that will help in long-term success for any person in this role.
So this could not be just only restricted to a career lesson by you, sir. So this could be definitely a life lesson to most of us, the people who are watching this video currently. So you have stated that in to be precise, मंजिल का मजा मतलब मंजिल तक पहुंचने तक का जो सफर है उसका मजा लीजिए.
उसका मजा लीजिए, वो बहुत जरूरी है.
Right, absolutely.
अगर पता है कि मंजिल तक पहुंच ही जाएंगे और वो मंजिल पहुंचने का रास्ता अच्छे से प्लान्ड है, तो फिर उसको enjoy that journey. I think that is very important.
True. Definitely. So okay, so I think we should call it a day, and definitely I would like to thank you for getting onboarded for this particular podcast that is powered by Grow Junction. And also I would like to thank the viewers who are currently watching this video till the last for attaining more and more knowledge. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Chandan, and again thank you for organizing this. And I really appreciate your the way you followed up with me and your patience. And all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a good day, sir.
You too. Bye-bye.